All right, loyal listeners, welcome to another episode of Agency Intelligence Podcast, where I'm back here again with the executive sessions. Now, if you remember with the executive sessions, it's here to humanize people. I usually hang out with most of these executives. Some of them are brand new to me meeting, just like our executive that we have here today. But most of the time, whenever I'm meeting them, I realize walking away from these relationships and these conversations I may have where I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, I wish agents knew these people the way that I knew them. And I believe that it's important that we humanize them. And sometimes with the craziness that we have going on in the world, we don't see executives as just normal humans. And that was my point, is to fly around the world and do face-to-face conversations with people to humanize these people that are just like us. So we're going to continue on today. And we are here with Ashim. Ashim, introduce yourself if you would, please.
All right. Hi. My name's Ashim. I work as the Chief Operating Officer at Cogneesol. We are a IT services company based out of India, headquartered in New York. And yeah, I've been in the industry for more than 25 years. And my last 5.5 years have been pretty exciting with Cogneesol, working out on new solutions focused on the insurance market and other areas. But that's about me.
Give me the 30-second elevator speech. What is your company and what do they do?
Sure.
Some specifics.
Yeah, sure. So basically, we were a services company, and we're making a transition towards IT services now, where technology plays a key role in terms of what we deliver for our clients now.
Okay.
Predominantly, we've done BPM, business process management, for the last 17, 18 years. But now the shifts come where, we say that, technology has to play a bigger role. And then, whatever's left with that's where the human beings step up at this point of time. Again, from Cogneesol's perspective, we work with the intermediary market, the regional carriers and MGAs. That's where predominant focus has been. And then we also do niche services like legal services, paralegal support for a lot of insurance clients. That's what we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashim, why? Why did you're growing up, you're young, and you're like, yeah, I think I want to go do that. Why?
Well, it's a learning, correct, in terms of what you do, correct? A setup like Cogneesol gives me that flexibility to work, to innovate, to think about something. I'm a restless guy. I need something or the other to give me a kick to say that, here's what happens, correct? And again, it's not about, we sometimes measure success in terms of what the outcome is. I think for me, it's the effort that matters. It's the sincerity in that effort that matters. Winning and losing is not always in your control. And again, it's a perspective.
I do.
Yeah,
I agree. And I follow a very similar philosophy that I tell my team, results are important, but I know that if we have the right concentrated, focused effort, the results will come. And I think that's what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. And again, I don't look at, if you've not succeeded, I don't look at it as a failure. I would say it's a learning, how do you unlearn what you tried something else and come up with something new? That's what you got to do.
Yep. Yeah. I emphatically agree. So far, when you are looking at yourself and who you are, okay, what would the Ashim of 20 years ago, what would you
far more aggressive, far more, I think I've been in the industry for 25 years now. And again, last 20 years have been in the insurance space. But, I think I was far more aggressive, far more instinct driven rather than this thing. I think with time, it's got down to a stage, where, I'm more focused in terms of driving decisions using data, using certain situations, using some experiential learning, if not mine, my colleagues or my peers in the industry. That's the way I look at it. Earlier, it was all instinct. You got to get this done now. And now it's like more of a composed decision. That's what I would say at the moment. Yeah. But I've gone through that journey.
Yeah. What would you tell yourself though back then? If you could, what you know now, what would you tell yourself then? Would you tell yourself to slow down, speed up, do something different?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Again, the perspective was that, I was in operations, correct? It's more about execution there at that point of time. And now when you were at a senior role, it's more about strategy and then about how you go about executing it. Operationally, it's very easy to say that just go ahead and do it, but it doesn't work. Most of the time it does, most of the time it does not. I think, again, I won't call it a luxury as such, but the fact that, I'm in a role where I can think strategically and then decide what the execution plan is, which was not the case 20 years ago. You just had to get it done. So that's the way it is. Yeah.
Actually, where were you born?
Sorry?
Where were you born?
Oh, I was born in Delhi.
New Delhi?
New Delhi.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thinking back to that time, thinking back to your time when you were younger, and there's people that you've met that have been probably pretty instrumental in your life. Maybe they've been a mentor. I want you right now to picture one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Picture that person that you feel as if, wow, this is someone who helped me. And what I want to know about them is why did you choose them? Okay. And how has it affected who you are today and how you lead?
So yeah, I do have a couple of people I used to report into at one point of time. And again, and this is more than 20 years, but they have such a strong influence on the way, what I've achieved in my career. So I had a boss who was like very aggressive, used to drive you with his aggression at that point of time, but, very logical questions, but a very aggressive personality. Then I had one person who was intellectually very aggressive. He'll not be physically aggressive. He'll not be emotionally aggressive. And what I have tried to do with, I've tried to take the best of both of them at that point of time. Right. Certain times you do need that aggressiveness, but the fact is the more sane you are, the more intellectually aggressive you are, the more easy it becomes in terms of convincing people, because that's one of the most difficult things with when you deal with people. And again, I deal with different functions. It's not only operations. I deal with different support functions as part of my day-to-day life at this point of time. And again, it's all about showing them the perspective. I think one of the examples I give to everyone is not even your 5 fingers are the same. So, getting 10 people or like 3 or 4 people to think alike, that's the biggest challenge that you have.
So say that again. Your
10 fingers are not of the same size. Correct? The point is very simple. Then how do you make everyone think and look towards one common objective or one common vision? And there are times when you don't have to agree. There are times I don't agree with my boss, but you know what? Once a decision's taken, you go ahead with it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Do you feel as if that's a strength of yours, is getting people all on the same team and doing being strategic?
Sometimes yes. But again, it's very situational in the sense that sometimes you just got to go and, sometimes you're firefighting. So at that point of time, you can't strategize. You just have to think out of the box and go ahead with the solution and provide it at that point of time.
What's your greatest strength?
I would say the ability to think and ability to, translate that into strategic execution. That's what's been my biggest strength. And again, getting all people together and building it from there, I think that's been one of my biggest strengths that I've realized.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your biggest weakness?
I do get angry very easily sometimes. Yes, I do face those situations.
Kind of like that one mentor.
Yeah, exactly. But, again, I think it's just if you ask me, there's one area that I would like to improve is maybe sometimes I just need to take it easy and, make that balanced kind of a view rather than just going all out for it.
When you look back at your career, what do you, when your career is over, what do you want people to say about you, about this is the kind of person
I led from the front and I made certain things happen. That's what it is. And that's the beauty of it in terms of, coming into a setup like Cogneesol. That's what I've been able to do, correct? I came from a setup where, and again, I've been in the industry for 25 years and I have seen different phases of this industry and, this current one where AI and technology is playing such a it's such a big disruptor at this point of time. So I think the ability to get something, strategize on something and get it executing, I think that's what I want to be known for.
Wow, fantastic. I love that. So you said you were 20 years, you've been in this, what you're doing now, 25, but only 5 in the insurance.
Insurance, 20 years, more than 20 years. So I've done different roles in insurance.
Gotcha. What are some of those other roles?
So I've done operations for a majority of the time. I've done customer service, contact center kind of roles. And then I've also been in roles around training, workforce management, and other operations roles. From that perspective, I've worked with, I've worked in M&As at that for some certain period of time. And again, predominantly my role has been in working for companies like Cogneesol and getting them new deals with clients. But that's always been in the insurance space. That's the way what I've done. So I've been a solution architect for like almost 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I'm an agent, is your product directly sold to insurance agents, or is it sold to insurance companies, or both?
It's both. So, again, it's, what we are trying to do again is we are trying to make a judicious use of AI at the moment again. And this is something that we go back to all our clients and say that, define your use case in terms of what you want AI to achieve. AI is not a solution to all of your problems.
That's right.
The problem with AI is that if your processes are not set, AI is only going to amplify that weakness. That's what it's doing. So we're saying, fix up that process, fix up that base, build that base, and then go for AI. That's the way we're going to go about it. And again, from a product point of view, it is agnostic, correct? We are trying to resolve certain problems which are common across, let's say, the agency or the insurance ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And then we're trying to resolve that problem and say that, yes, this can work in the agency side, this can work on the broker side and everything. Again, so mm-hmm. So we are encompassed. So we've got this framework called ADIS. It's called the the Adaptive Digitally Intelligent Solutions. And that's under which we are bringing in all our automations and technology play together.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Loyal listeners, I want you to back it up, probably hit the 15-second back mark, probably 2-3 times. I want you to listen to what he said, that if you don't have the good processes in order and already in line, when you add AI to it, you just amplify the chaos. And sometimes that may be hard for you to understand, but I think you could understand in the form of leads. We all know as insurance agents that, we all want leads, but what happens when we all get a bunch of leads, maybe we go purchase leads or something, it starts to amplify the fact that it's not the lead issue. It's the fact that we don't have good processes to handle new incoming leads. And then you end up stopping getting the leads because you're like, wow, that was a disaster. Okay. Very same thing here with AI. And I think that's what they think. They think, well, I could just get this AI, talk to it, and it's going to go. I like to say AI is the train and the data is the track.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have the track, you don't have a train, And so I think that's the way. You think the same there?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, as I said, we've been very selective in terms of the use cases we want to pick up for AI, correct? Mm-hmm. Again, it's very easy to say everything's AI today, correct? You talk about a refrigerator, you talk about a washing machine.
True.
The best thing is I just put AI on top of that and everything, and everyone's wondering how it's supposed to work. Again, it's a challenge because we also work on our client processes from that perspective, even to get it down to our people to say that, here's AI, it's going to replace some of the work you're doing. The initial fear is what? I'm going to lose my job. Mm-hmm. That's not the case. It's all about enhancing what you're doing at the moment. And fortunately for us, a lot of our clients agree with that approach and say that, yes, use AI, take out the grunt work, but then tell your staff to do a lot more than what it was. So like predominantly if you're doing, let's say, a quote, correct? Just as an example. Now, just go ahead and give me that analysis, which makes it easy for my rep to go and convert that sale. Mm-hmm. That perspective. So that's what that's what the clients are seeking. Again, it all depends on perspective. AI is not there to take away jobs. It's only there to augment that.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Anything that as we kind of close up here, anything that you would maybe want to say or add about your company or about you or anything?
No, it's been a great learning from our perspective. We love working with our clients, and we've fortunately had very good clients both on the insurance side, legal side, and everything. And it's been a great journey so far, and we look forward to in terms of what's coming up new. And again, the thing in today's situation is what you think today is a very different playground tomorrow. So there's more
different playground tomorrow. Yeah. I love that. Hey, do you travel? You like to
A
travel?
lot, a lot. And
Okay, tell me your place. Tell me your favorite place you've lived.
I like Australia.
like
Sydney,
Australia?
Sydney is one of my favorite cities.
Really? Why?
Just love the vibe, just love yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So Sydney's there. I love New York in terms of, just the energy of that city just drives you to it at this point of time. So my work makes me travel a lot at this point of time. Fortunately, this has been all right this time. I've been able to spend 2-3 days in one place, but otherwise it's been absolutely crazy. My schedule's absolutely crazy in that way.
I mean, you're not just traveling to Sydney for vacation. You're going
No,
to
it's
work.
all work. This is all work. This is all work. And at this point of time, I do.
Employees do you guys have?
We have 1,000+ employees across in based out of India.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So you're doing work in all continents almost.
Yes. So predominantly the focus has been the North American geography, followed by Australia. So that's where we have been at this point of time. Yeah. And that's where all our energies and efforts are going at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Hey, do appreciate you taking your time. I think, I didn't know who your company was. And just so you loyal listeners know, Peter Van Aertreich, said when he knew I was doing the executive sessions, he said, hey, you need to talk to these guys. It'd be good to get somebody in front. So I'm really glad that you joined us, man. I really did.
The pleasure's all mine, Jason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want to say to the agents last? Anything?
No, visit us. That's what I would say.
All right. Fantastic.
All right.
Well, hey, I appreciate it very much.
Right.
Loyal listeners, you know what I do because I do it for you. Tell me your thoughts and tell me your ideas, and I'm going to tell the world what you have to say. This has been Jason Cass. I'm out.